been steady scheming, boy, my bread will never fold. Boy, we in that mode, and my neck and wrist so froze. I got the bitch, she in the field, now watch her hit the pole. Sugar daddy season, boy, we stunning on these hoes.
All right, everyone, it's October 2nd, our first October stream for Sugar Daddy season. And we all know what October 3rd is, of course. What's October 3rd? It's Mean Girls Day. It's when Aaron Samuels, I believe he asked her what day it was, correct, Juan? Something like that. It's when that fucking bitch Katie started talking to Aaron. That it's Katie that makes it fucking Mean Girls Day, so I don't totally respect it. Like, I don't celebrate Mean Girls Day as October 3rd because that bitch Katie is not what Mean Girls is about, but it is Mean Girls Day. And so, fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anything that brings back Mean Girls and, like, kind of like the last great teen movie or whatever you want to call it is a good thing in my book. Guess what? We're up 50% since the Great Reset. Again, we're nowhere near our highs or even close to where we were price-wise, but with Mean Girls Day, we're up 50% since the Great Reset. It's something. It's something to like look forward to and like feel a little bit better about. And I'm just going to talk quickly about the price and how it was now versus before. The coin's a lot more liquid. Every buy and sell is just not going to move the coin as much because the AMM is thicker. Part of the reason the coin went so insane the first few weeks, in early May, was because there was like nothing in the AMM. So like every like $5,000 buy moved the coin's price by like a couple $1 million. That's just not going to be the case right now. I mean, meme coins are still are thin by nature. Ours is going to always be thin, but it's not as thin as it used to be. So it's kind of like a little bit less of a bullshit price than it was. So, again, we're up 50% since the last bullshit price. Or the Great Reset, sorry. It just feels a little bit like a 50% move now just feels a little bit more special, I suppose, than it did back then. And I'll talk a little bit more about comebacks later. First thing I want to talk about more is brands. And to me, that's where the meme coin value is really going to be, is in the brand value. And it's not something that we've really unlocked yet. Like, Bitcoin did great with the belief. They established themselves as digital gold. They're worth $2 trillion. It's fucking amazing, right? But Bitcoin isn't really a brand. Like, you don't have, like they tried, like, Bitcoin restaurants or Bitcoin. Like, it never really works. Like, Bitcoin is just gold. It's not really a brand. It doesn't mean anything besides fuck the banks. It's just about Bitcoin. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But they kind of got a lock on that. I feel like a meme coin, the whole point is that it does have no underlying value besides the fact that you believe in the said meme coin and believe in the brand. And you can prove it by owning the coin. So if people kind of believe in this community-owned brand, then people of the community can kind of like incorporate the brand in their lives or like in their own businesses somehow, right? The one I like doing this the most is obviously Giga. Giga is the coin I've been buying the most myself. They were over $1 billion. Now they're like 120 million or something like that. So they had like a 90% drawdown from their high. But I think they're going to bounce back. And what I like about Giga is they've got belief and they've got brand. And I saw a tweet from a Giga guy saying that he's going to kind of try with this affiliate program where you can sell GigaWare, like their athletic wear, on your website. But a requirement is you must own Giga. And to me, I'm like, okay, this is kind of what I've been thinking all along. Like, prove you're one of us, and then you can utilize the brand. And I immediately messaged him and I showed him the Sugar Daddy Season.Soul wallet, which has like $25,000 for the Giga in it right now. And I'm probably on Giga and other wallets. Like, I'm gonna keep buying that damn coin. I love Giga. I'm not Giga Chad at all. Like, look at me. I am not Giga Chad. And some of their like high testosterone shit, I'm kind of like roll my eyes at. But I like how they really like those guys are not posers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they fucking believe in Giga Chad. They'll die on the Giga Chat sword, it seems like, and I respect that. and they have a brand going on, and they want it to be, if you're going to use their brand, then you need to prove that you kind of like buying into the brand yourself. And I can see other coins doing that. And that's kind of what we're going to aim to do with Sugar Daddy season. We're going to aim to get this brand out there, mainly through a documentary, probably, because, oh my God, the story of Sugar Daddy season is insane. So when we try to equate Sugar Daddy season with resilience and creativity, well, it'll all kind of come out in the documentary. So the general public will understand that, like, yeah, that is our brand. And then if people want to borrow our brands, make their own Sugar Daddy season cologne or Sugar Daddy season seasoning or whatever the hell they want to do with it, well, they can do it. They can do it. And all they have to do is really own the coin to prove they're not a poser. But it's not just our coin. I think other meme coins can do this as well. And Giga seems to be starting it by example. And I think that's really where the value of meme coins will get unlocked, is when you prove you believe in the brand, you prove you believe in the community, you can use that brand, and the brand will help you get customers. It's really quite simple. It's Web3 capitalism is what it is. And I understand that I'm maybe one of the few people that really sees and believes this, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, it could mean I'm just kind of like, I'm really hopeful and I have all this idealism and it's not going to happen. Or I could just be a little bit ahead of my time and I am right. And we're going to see this massive meme coin boom and we're going to fucking make some money. Now, I will say, I'm wrong sometimes. For example, with sports betting, I thought that they're going to have these like sports betting tournaments more online. And I think it's because of the Wire Act. Like, there's some legal gatekeeping that prevented that from happening, to be clear. Like, I'm not saying I was wrong. I could be I was wrong just because there's like legal shit. The good thing about coins and meme coins is there isn't legal shit. They're not investments. They're not securities. Trump has a coin. Trump basically said, do whatever the fuck you want. I'm doing whatever I want, so everyone can do what they want. Let's have some fun. Hate him or not, he's been good for meme coins. His meme coin was kind of trash because it's just about him, and I don't want to get into the Trump coin, but my point is he was good for the idea of meme coin development. And we don't have the same legal gatekeeping with meme coins like there is in sports betting. And also in sports betting, quite frankly, it's all about the house kind of trying to like just take as much money from the fish as possible in the public. So I don't know. I don't know if my idea was wrong because of just of legal stuff and like the legal gatekeepers never really pushed away, or if it's just because the sports books wouldn't even want it, they could. But my point is simple: is that sometimes I see stuff and it happens, and sometimes I see stuff and I'm wrong, right? I'm just wrong. But it makes me feel good that some other guys like Giga seem to be kind of seeing the same thing I'm seeing with their coin, and they're out there, leading the charge with it. So one thing I want to talk about a little bit more is a comeback story. I want to talk a little about our price, it tanks, sucks, and how the public perceives things. Because if there's one thing I am good at, and I've proven that I'm good at, it's that, sorry, I'm trying to say this. I understand public psychology very well. I have some weird shit where I'm scared of the mob. Like, I'm afraid they're gonna like kill me or something like that. Maybe it's because I'm Jewish and I got all this weird history. Like, I was talking to these like doctor, like psychologists before, and we really got into it. Like, man, you really are scared of the mob. Like, the mob mentality. It's like, but at the same time, it's almost like because I have this like deep fear of it, I feel like I must understand it. It's almost like if you're being hunted by a cheetah, you learn how to understand cheetah, right? Like, you understand your predator. And that's kind of how I feel about the mob. I've learned to understand them. And I've learned to respect them, to fear them, and to make money off of them. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's making money off of the mob. Not like obviously the bang bang mob, but like mob people, like, mob mentality. Like, everything I've been good at, it's not like I'm like, I don't beat the I'm not like top 0.01% type stuff. I'm just kind of good at seeing what the general population is going to do and trying to capitalize off of that. But it's something I've learned through sports betting is how they think about underdogs and comebacks. And I want to be clear with sports betting, it's so tricky because you generally can't make money if you're betting against the sports book because they won't let you. You understand? They're not going to let you win and take their money. And they can track it very easily now with the internet. So there's only so much that gets you, but I understand what people are going to do. And let's talk about, say, like March Madness, right? Like, everyone talks about how they like the upsets. Well, generally no one believes in the Cinderella if they win one game. They're just like, they got lucky. And if anything, they probably bet against them on the next game. They're always betting the favorites and the teams that look good at the beginning. But if Cinderella gets some fire into it, then the Cinderella gets way overbet. Like, if there's some, 12 seed that makes the Final Four, you can guarantee it that the public is going to be way overbetting that 12 seed. Like, that 12 seed is probably going to lose. And it's a terrible bet. But the public will fall in love with it and will keep betting on it. Likewise, when it comes to meme coins, people, they fall in love with a new thing that hasn't burned them yet. And they'll chase it up, and then eventually it'll crash down, and they're like, oh, this thing sucks. Kind of like Sugar Daddy season, to be honest. Everyone's kind of like, most people have given up on it. They bought it at the beginning at a much, much higher price because, I don't know, it hadn't burned them yet. But we didn't really have any clear idea of what we were doing or anything. I'm not blaming people. I'm not trying to talk shit about people because obviously, I wish that we had just kept going up. And I feel bad that a lot of people I know have lost money on this thing. But my point is simple: is that if something goes against them, whether it's a meme coin or let's just say a DFS, like DraftKings, if someone the public if people use a player and he sucks, they don't want to use him next week, right? Or more importantly, if a strategy worked the week before, then they're going to want to use it the next week. Everyone's just like, if this works, it's going to work again. And that's not really how things work, to be honest. It's a flaw. So you have the two flaws of people scared of anything that's shown it doesn't work yet. People get scared of something because it sucked for them once. Like, people want something new, just they don't have a history of, and they tend to overreact on very little history. And you have the second thing of people doubting the Cinderella. And then, if anything, they overbet the Cinderella. Well, I'm going to tell you something about Sugar Daddy season. We're a fucking Cinderella at this point. Everyone's giving up on us. We're, 1.5 million? I'm like, woohoo, we're 50% off the lows. And we're still 95% off the highs, right? We're a Cinderella that no one really wants to buy. And no one really believes in. But if we get higher and we start breaking through some points, and I said it's thicker now, so it's going to be harder to break through those points. But it's still not that hard, if that makes sense. Yes, it's going to be harder to get back to $10 million valuation than it was the first time. But it's still not that hard. Well, people are going to kind of fall in love with us again. Because we're going to show a fucking bounce back story. And this time, it'll happen on not bullshit. It won't happen on crappy memes that I make. And the occasional space. And remember that shit I did about treating women well and stuff for a few weeks and the price still went up? No one gives a fuck about treating women well. Okay? We all know that. No one gives a fuck about treating women well. I mean, we have daughters, we have wives. We want people to treat them well. We want to treat our women well, but we don't give a shit about treating women well in general. That's just the truth of society. And we can go into whether that's fair or not. It doesn't matter. The point is, we care about treating our own women well, our wives and our daughters. We care about treating them well. And yes, we'll open the door for a woman, but we're not going to fucking die on a fucking sword about making chivalry a part of society, okay? That's just the fucking truth. No, is anyone here going to risk millions of dollars and die on a fucking sword so men in general become a little bit more simpier? Like, no, right? Like, let's treat our women well, like the women we care about, and let's open doors and be a little bit chivalrous, but that's not something we're going to die on a sword about. Okay? That there's more to the world than that. But my point is simple: is that the coin was going up even when we're doing that bullshit, experimenting with shitty memes on that. Okay, now we actually have a real plan here. We have kind of being the sugar daddy of memes. We're going to really, really dig deep into this industry and really kind of like try to help people find which ones they like, kind of cheerlead it on, do a documentary, really rocket boost this thing. We have real ideas now. So if we do have a Cinderella comeback, it's not on bullshit, and people know that. People will know if we make a comeback, it won't be based on bullshit. And that will make the comeback even stronger. Because just like people start betting on the Cinderella near the end in a tournament, people will start betting on us too. And I said the Cinderella and the March Madness tournament's a bad bet, but I think in this, you can see like that doesn't translate over. I'm not saying we're a bad bet at that point. I'm simply saying people are going to believe in us if we come back. We have not come back yet, but it's easier than most people think. And we'll see what happens. We're a few weeks away from our new website and the new trailer and the trailer for the movie. So that's kind of the step one of the comeback is the website and the trailer. After that, step two is kind of getting more into, the crypto scene in general and meme coins as the industry grows. And then step three will be the actual release of the documentary. So we have a clear plan. I understand how the psychology of it all will work. That doesn't mean we will succeed. We are still an underdog. But the fact that we are an underdog, a huge underdog, if we win, if we get some wins, we get back to some certain levels, then fuck. Everyone's going to start believing in us, believing in our dog. And if there's one thing that Sugar Daddy Season believes in, is having the damn dog in your chest. Like, an X-ray of a Sugar Daddy Season holder should have a fucking Doberman Pinscher in their fucking chest, okay? Roof, roof, roof. It's not just about me. It's about all of us. And I know I'm the leader of this thing. The coin isn't about me, but I understand that I am the leader. Remember, I didn't even start this goddamn coin. I started it. If I started the coin, I wouldn't have this fucking greasy-ass old dude with two chicks as a profile pic on Phantom that we cannot change, okay? We're stuck with that profile pic because I didn't start the coin, but we're stuck with that profile pic. The one thing I'll say about me is I'm terrible about holding a lead, but I'm fucking amazing at coming back. I am to start off strong, fucking give up 40 points and then come back and win the game. That's me. And I'm trying to learn how to not give up 40 points. That's something I'm worked on, and I kind of went to the hospital for it, to be honest. But that doesn't mean I still can't fucking come back. This is going to be, I will say, what happened to me personally and with Sugar Daddy Season, and call it the spring and summer of this year, is going to be the last time I really had some sort of shit happen that I kind of, I'm going to say I created, but it was kind of like a self, kind of like a, probably make, what's the word like when you fumble yourself or something like a.
Great.
It's kind of like some of the shit.
There you go. Unforced error. I got you.
Yeah. And now, no, there's nothing I can do to stop the price from going down. I'm not talking about the price going down. I'm talking about some of the, I wasted a lot of money trying to, work on the coin at first. It was kind of an unforced error. Because I had a lot of unforced errors. My coins had a lot of unforced errors. And I'm going to fucking dig myself back, get that Doberman in me, and fucking fight back. And I'm going to fucking fight back, and I'm going to fucking win. Because I got that Doberman. But I'm no more unforced errors. I'm too old for that shit. I got one fucking great comeback in me from an unforced error, and this is gonna be it. And then I'm gonna just respect my age and not fuck up anymore. Everyone, tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, right, Quan? All right, next show tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's a Friday night, so I'm going to probably say a lot of bullshit. Tonight was a little serious, a little bit like work and blah, blah, blah. Tomorrow night, we're going to talk Mean Girls. It is Mean Girls Day, and I might be doing 10 minutes of bashing Katie Heron. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow night is going to be a bullshit stream. I can guarantee that. Maybe I'll have some fun streams for when I was in the house, like stories and stuff, but tomorrow night will be the bullshit stream. So it'll be a lot more fun. Anyways, talk soon.